They're side dishes, man.
Yeah.
Like they've always been
Right.
that to me.
Well,
And like
they the yams or the green
No,
beans?
they're not. They're not.
Yams.
they,
That ain't
Neither
no.
of them.
they,
They're,
yeah, they string beans. They the string
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah,
Like
the lima
fucking.
beans on the bottom.
they might.
Welcome back. Welcome for the first time. Man, oh man. We have a full house tonight, almost full power of Voltron. Terrence had to go save some people, so we miss you, bro. Sorry you're getting paid to do it, and we appreciate you doing it. And hopefully you helped save those two people that fell into the vat of chocolate in Philadelphia this past week. Did you guys read about that? Did you hear about that? 2 people fell into a vat of chocolate in Philadelphia at the Hershey factory.
Just can't take people anywhere.
No, the first thing that popped into my mind was who?
Augustus Gloop?
Willy Wonka.
Oh.
Right. Willy Wonka and the chocolate. I was like, man, OSHA's gonna eat them alive. But anyway, back to intros, man. Almost full house. I took last week off. I'm glad to be back. Family's doing great. Megan Parker is back.
I'm back.
Awesome. Heck yeah. Mike Jones, my man in the South with me.
What's up?
Chilling, man. QP the Source.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for all that you do. Ultra Doom, back in the house, sketching again.
Oh yeah, Vidi Vici, bitches.
I want to know, man, did you go down to Hostess and put in that order for those Thor cakes?
Hey man, I'm trying to get it made. I'm trying to copyright that myself. Told you. Lemon cake with a blueberry filling.
New shirt.
Yeah, there it is.
Tell me that don't sound delicious.
Oh.
There's an audience for that, but it ain't here.
You can put that on your OnlyFans.
You can make it out of 2 cupcakes, put them together.
See, and you still talking. Oh, man.
Ass shape.
Tashi, what's up? You doing good?
Good, yes, I'm doing good.
Yeah. Awesome. Good. And that one guy, Rob.
Hello there.
Mr. Nevada himself. Man, it's been a busy week. We got some really great stuff to cover. I want to start off with the hottest thing going on right now, BlackAdam trailer. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Mike Jones, for watching the trailer just for us, all caps.
Just for
awesome.
y'all.
Just for us. And you love BlackAdam as a character, so I'm gonna let you lead off. What do you think about the trailer, man? Was it?
First, let me explain. I love BlackAdam. He is probably my favorite DC character, and that's the truth. I love whenever he's in the book. So I've been off of DC for a while, but I might jump back on just because I heard he's in the Justice League, or because of what I read in Dark Crisis. But anyway, I liked it. I kind of wanted it to be a little harder. Maybe we'll see how it goes. But it looks good. I don't have any qualms about it. I don't have anything to really complain about. So I was gonna watch it anyway on BlackAdam, but it's cool.
Yeah. All right. I'm with you. Rob, what do you think, man?
I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
It looked like The Rock is toning down his little comedic charms he's been having lately, but this is a character that he loves. So I know he's done the research, and Hawkman looking really good in it too. Looking like a beast.
His helmet looked a little too big. His
Taj.
helmet looked a little too big, but it looked good. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, no, I think they're going to do good with this movie. Personally, I think this is a step in the right direction for DC.
I agree. The Rock's go put DC Universe on his wide back and Cameron in the future.
Not to mention, most of the new execs like The Rock, and The Rock has, just a ridiculous amount of popularity behind him, and The Rock likes some of where the DC was going. So, that's a lot of pluses for anybody who liked the Snyder Cut and some of the stuff that DC was going on. We can see a lot of it coming back, especially Henry Cavill and Superman. He's been advocating for that since he was cast as The Rock. He wants to fight Henry Cavill.
That'll be great. That'll be great to see. Oh, man. Quincy, what do you think, man?
It looked okay. Like, we'll see. We'll see. It looks good.
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Little snippet. Got you.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of a little. And to Rob's point, like he is a he was an advocate for Snyder in that whole vision there. So like I hope he does well. I hope the whole thing does well. Even it out. Not competition makes things better. So
Yeah.
I hope it works out.
I think he'll do great. Like I said, he's going to put DC on his back and carry him. Like Rob said, star power, fan base. It's just going to be like a gigantic black hole. He's going to suck all this in, and it's going to turn out the way it's going to turn out. Megan, did you check it
It
out?
did. It looked good.
Dig it?
Pierce
Yeah?
Brosnan as Dr. Fate looks real good. That
Yeah.
I'm super excited about it.
That's such a great casting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like all the characters so far. I like all the actors that are in it. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Tosh, did you check it out? Did you get to? I know you didn't. Your list was short of watches this week.
Oh, I did watch this one. I did like it. I don't really know much about the character. I did recognize Dr. Fate and Hawkman, just from different iterations of DC stuff that I've watched, but there are a couple of characters I didn't recognize. There was one that had an atom on his chest. And I was like, that's not the Atom, is it? It's got to be someone completely different because the
Atom
outfit
Smasher.
doesn't look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know who that is, but I'm interested to see who these characters are because I feel like within the DCEU, we haven't seen a whole lot of various characters as compared to the MCU.
No, we saw more on the small screen than we have the big screen.
Yeah. So for me, I look forward to seeing what these different characters can do on the bigger screen with a bigger budget, especially Dr. Fate. I think that'll be
Yeah.
cool. My only knowledge of him is through Young Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pierce Brosnan plays a good old guy. Jay, what'd you think of the trailer, man?
Hey, it looks good. I mean, I can't really add anything else to what everybody else has been saying, but it looks good. And like Rob said, it looks like they're trying to incorporate some of that old Zack Snyder vision into it, which I'm a fan of. So I'm happy that they're not copying Marvel. It's not all brightly colored and jokes everywhere and no Thor.
A lot of people are going to die in this movie. I bet you anything.
Right.
A lot of people are going to die in this movie.
Oh yeah.
We at least know of one, and that's the guy that hit him with the baton across the head.
He gets tossed like
Sent him into the orbit.
Hey, what I said about a month ago, we don't want a happy BlackAdam. Who wants that?
Right.
What do you think it's going to be rated?
Those PG-13ish.
PG-13.
Yeah.
They don't want to make it too dark.
Yeah.
Still got to sell tickets.
Yeah, it's going to sell tickets. And,
Make it NC-17.
There's not going to be any Thor cakes.
No, see, I knew you. Right back to the
No
butts.
Adam cakes.
No Adam cakes. Well, you could have Black Adam cakes. You'd have the chocolate, and then you'd have the Thor cakes, the vanilla cakes. And I can't believe Jay actually wrote me talking about butts.
Can we please stop?
It doesn't take much to get you talking about butts, though.
No.
This is so uncomfortable.
I'm an ass man.
Yeah,
It should be.
I-
Everybody has butts.
Yeah. I slowed the trailer down. I was watching. I slowed it down, and I saw that when The Rock actually crashed into that car on the street, he was actually in a fight with Hawkman, and that's why he ended up in the street because Hawkman was getting the best of him. So I think that's going to be a pretty good fight.
That nth metal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Hawkman's helmet looked a little too big for me, man. It just looked like it was if your kid puts on your hat, your ball cap, and it fits kind of weird. That's how the helmet looked to me, but that's just me. I'm just nitpicking. Love the trailer, man, overall. Oh man, let's stay Thunderbolts. Let's stay on the comic book side real quick. Thunderbolts got announced. They're going to be a movie. How do we feel about all this? Because are they reaching into the B-C list bag to try to bring some life to things?
I don't think it's going to be the Thunderbolts that I want to see.
This is basically their Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
Are they going to try and do it like Suicide Squad, or are they going to actually do it like Thunderbolts?
Well, to Jay's point, like this
It's
lineup,
gonna be
like it's
terrible.
really just heroes like operating in the dark. Maybe like I wanted to see like a villain
Yeah.
squad. Like I don't know. Like I
Zemo.
mean, but I mean,
Well,
like
Is he still
he's
alive?
dancing in a club. How villainous is he
This
now?
is this dude. What?
Like it's like it's we'll
They
see.
gave the lineup
I mean,
already.
anything for
They gave
hmm,
the lineup.
potential lineup that has been out there. You know, the people that Elaine's character. I called her Elaine. Lewis. She's always Elaine to me. But they
Lady
mentioned they
Hydra.
show Yelena, Abomination, Walker,
yeah.
I
Texas
did see
Ranger?
Walker. I did see John Walker. Yeah.
John Walker. Um, and they've had the picture of the Taskmaster in there.
Yelena.
Leave her. No, the
Oh.
actual that terrible
Yeah,
Taskmaster
they need to
from
rename that
Black Widow.
character.
they can leave her like in the wreckage from that
Right.
movie. Like,
Rename that character. Don't even call it Taskmaster.
No.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Nope.
Offensive.
Offensive match.
Taskmaster is not responding.
Right.
Mm.
Call her Fan Trigger. That's what it is.
But I mean, they're actually launching a new magazine in Marvel, like in I think Hawkeye, and they actually got heroes on that lineup. It's Hawkeye with I want to say
Barton Hawkeye or
Mo-
Kate Hawkeye?
I think
Barton.
Barton.
I thought I saw Monica Rambeau. There's somebody else on
Yes, I
that
saw
team with
that. I
them.
saw that. I saw that
Yeah,
cover.
zero interest in that. Like, like the team that it's funny because the Dark Avengers they were the Thunderbolts
Mm-hmm.
before they took over,
Yep.
and that was probably like the most interesting team.
Yeah.
Um,
It's because they had depth.
it like Bullseye and Dakin. Is that Wolverine's
Yeah.
son's
Mm-hmm.
name?
The two claw
They had
Dakin.
the
Yeah.
oh my god, they were so funny. They were trying to kill each other every issue, and
Yeah.
like
Oh, he has 3 claws.
Dakin is
Dakin has
Dakin
3
is
And
claws?
one
I
comes
thought he
out
had
from
2.
It
the
come out the
bottom of his
bottom.
wrist.
It's 2 at
Yeah.
the top. One come out the bottom.
yeah.
What comes out of the wrist, yeah, at the bottom.
Gotcha.
And I think he was by and he was hitting on Bullseye too. So like they were just going at it the whole run of that magazine, trying to kill each other, threatening to kill each other.
Shit. Nah. Well, if they have time. They just announced it. I mean, nothing's set in stone. Maybe they'll make a good team. We'll see.
Is it going to be a
We'll
movie or a
see.
TV show?
Movie.
Movie.
Okay.
Could be a movie.
Feels like an odd choice for a movie.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying. Like what I said, they're reaching into the bag of B and C's to try to get another Guardians out of it. Because they reached in and got the Eternals, and we see how that went, like a fart in church.
But at least
So-
you know the Thunderbolts have a more successful comic run than the Eternals. I can't think
Yeah.
of any really good Eternals books ever in my 30 years of comics that I ever read.
No.
The latest 12-issue run was probably the best one.
Was it?
Yeah, Terrence was mentioning that last week. Yeah. And
Let me check
I've
that
actually
one out.
bought 2 Eternal magazines within the last 6 months. So
I
yeah,
ain't bought no Eternals
Damn.
in years. I can't tell you the last time I paid for an Eternal book.
they're side dishes, man.
Yeah.
Like they've always been
Right.
that to me.
Well,
And like
they the yams
Th-
or the
no,
green
they're
beans?
not-
Maybe
they're not-
yams. That ain't
Neither
no-
of them.
Yeah, they string
No,
beans. They
yeah.
string beans.
Yeah, the
like
lima
fucking-
beans on the bottom.
It might be baked,
Yeah, you
baked
gotta
beans or
you
something.
gotta dip them.
Not even the
You
good
gotta
baked
dip
beans.
them in
There's something,
something
yeah.
for it to be
They ain't even
good.
Bush's
No.
baked beans. They like
You know what?
Mm.
They the potato salad with the raisins in it
Yeah.
that Karen made.
yeah.
They're the ones that stay.
We can all agree.
And nobody eats. They just leave there. All
Yeah.
day.
Don't nobody want a potato salad?
Mm-mm. No.
Why do people
Nope.
make that?
Eggs in it, eggshells. And shit.
Exactly.
No.
Is potato salad supposed to be crunchy?
They
Exactly.
had no home training. That's why.
Oh man! So they're starting to shoot Blade in the great state of Georgia on July 4th. So, do you think? I mean, they say that they're not gonna Disneyfy it.
Impossible.
Impossible. Yeah. You think it's gonna be? I mean, I personally am looking forward to it simply because it's Blade, and I think it's only because I loved the original Blade movies,
Yeah.
and I know this is not going to be anything like it, which is going to be.
It's not rated R, right? They're shooting for PG-13, right?
Yeah. Any thoughts? I mean, I like the actor,
Yeah.
but I just don't know if the story's going to
Yeah.
stick. It's for a new generation, and this generation, honestly, is hit or miss. It's fickle. We didn't have Twitter and MySpace
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Facebook back then, so you really couldn't complain. But MySpace.
MySpace.
Exactly.
I want MySpace to come back. I'm tired of
Yeah,
getting thrown
we
in
can.
the Facebook
Miss
jail.
Tom.
I want Tom.
Yeah.
He's always your friend.
Mm-hmm.
We can all go back to coding because
Right.
we were all
Right.
coders.
We all knew
back then.
HTML back then to get them sparkles on
Exactly.
our little
Music.
avatars. Yeah.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny looking like a fool with his baggy pants and.
20
You
different.
know what? It start a fight though, because your top 8 friends.
Right.
Ooh,
That top 8.
yeah, that was pressure.
That's toxic right there.
That
I
was
remember
that
that.
was pressure. So much pressure because you would do. This is like you would get those text messages and you'd be like, "Why ain't I in your top?" Whatever.
Because of messages like this.
Tom would
Yeah,
never
right?
put you in jail.
No,
He'd never throw us in
No.
jail.
MySpace jail.
Right?
Is that a thing? They what? All right,
And Tasha sitting
back
there
on the
like,
rails.
what the hell are they talking
What
about?
what is MySpace?
Oh no,
MySpace.
I was there for MySpace.
Oh, you were?
Mm.
I was there.
man.
Yep.
No, you
High
weren't.
school. Yes, I was. Yep.
You had a
Oh,
book
I
report in the 4th
just
grade when that was out.
I just moved to Facebook right after high school,
Mm-hmm.
but I was in
Oh,
MySpace
okay.
throughout high school.
Oh my god.
oh my gosh.
Who
Oh,
was your number one friend back then?
ooh.
She ain't going
She
Moving
there.
ain't
on.
going there. All right, I'll take your cue. I'll take your cue. We'll take it. All right, Obi Wan, episode 4. Was this 4 or 3? 5.
4.
Four.
4. Yes, the infamous lightsaber battle in the water hallway episode is what I'm going to call it. You know what I think they did? First of all, let me start. I liked the episode. It was good. Moses, that's her
Yep.
name, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Her character's anger and ire finally found an episode where it was actually, to me, on level.
Yeah.
It belonged in that episode. Overall, great. But I really think the same bounty hunters that tried to chase down Leia ended up being the same stormtroopers that were trying to shoot at Obi-Wan in that tunnel because they were incompetent AF. Because they were like, his back's to us. What do? We don't shoot. So, I don't know. I liked it.
I have to watch that episode again because I could have swore they were shooting at him, but he was putting the lightsaber behind his back to swat him away.
I have to watch it.
Maybe I
again,
was
too.
just filling in the blanks with my mind, like.
No, he was
Yeah,
swatting.
I didn't have a
It
problem
just-
with that part.
Yeah.
Because it looked like he was spinning his lightsaber around, like deflecting them from all angles.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
My problem was the
Okay.
stormtroopers' armor. It was like super weak. One blast and they was down. What was the
Well,
point of wearing the armor if they can go down that quick?
yeah, Stormtrooper armor is notoriously bad. Like
Yeah.
in
Is it just to
canon,
look cool? Because it's just
the
weak as
Empire
hell.
doesn't really care about stormtroopers. Like
Made-
they give them like plastic armor because it's easy to make.
Yeah, they're wearing
Yeah.
Pepsi bottles.
Yeah, they're not wearing anything too extravagant.
Because one shot they were gone.
You got to move
It's
up
like-
in the ranks to get the good stuff.
Is that what it
It's
is?
like you take their armor off
Yeah.
and you see Acme written on the inside of their armor. So where's this?
Yeah, their armor doesn't protect them
It's,
at all.
it's
They're
like the
they're
Russian
like TIE
troops because
fighters.
instead of having the body armor, it turns out to be cardboard. You heard
Oh,
about that?
yeah.
Like instead of it like
Mm.
having like the what's it called in there?
Wow.
Yeah, like their tanks and stuff and their body armor is all like cardboard.
Man, the Russian military, they're starting to get that one song that Terrence was doing. Do, 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 do.
Budget cuts. Budget cuts.
I thought they were real thorough before this whole
Hey,
invasion.
man. You know why their armor is so cheap? They shipped all that money to 45, man. So they had to do something. they had to cut money somewhere, and it was in the armor budget. So, oh man. Anybody's opinion on Obi-Wan? I mean, it was a great
I
episode. It was
dug that
very
episode. I
dramatic.
thought it was good, but I was disappointed it was only like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why Disney is having like the tendency to do that. Like once they get to the middle of the series gets to like 30 minutes.
But I thought that they have like when they pick a block of shows, and then they pick the block, and then they pick the amount of time to fill that whole block. And I thought that's what happened with
Moon Knight.
was it Moon Knight?
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, because they have they say, okay, you're going to give 6 or 8 episodes, and you have X amount of minutes for these 6 or 8 episodes, and so they kind of
That
like
makes
make
sense.
some longer
Yeah.
and shorter. So
That makes sense.
Um,
Still sucks though.
I like that they showed the dead Jedi that were in that liquid, the amber liquid.
yeah,
There's a reason for that.
Yeah,
I won't spoil it for
rebels.
anyone.
Yeah.
Were those actual bodies? They weren't like more murals or anything.
No,
They were
no,
actually
they're-
Yeah,
bodies.
because it's
Okay.
something that happens in Rebels. And but like when you see like the youngling, you're like, oh,
Like, ooh, that was
ooh,
dark.
Yeah.
what kind of liquid was that? Was that like amber or?
I'm not sure what the kind. Jay, do you remember what the liquid was?
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's
Just
I
called.
know
another
it's a-
type of carbonite or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a key.
Yeah, I thought it'd be carbonate.
It's a key ingredient in Thor cakes, though. I'm pretty sure.
I knew that was coming.
It's that
Keep
honey
these on.
syrup that you put on top.
That yellow dye number 5. What the hell it
That
is?
Mjolnir juice.
Ugh.
Oh, God, stop, please.
Does anyone
Oh, man.
anyone else think Reva was one of the young Jedi?
She was.
Yeah.
I've been saying that since the first episode.
She's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to be.
Did they ever? I saw that this was supposed to be her big reveal. Like this is episode supposed to say why she was insane. Did I miss it or did it?
No,
say,
they didn't. Yeah.
No.
I also liked Indira Varma's character. I can't remember what her name was on her actual name's Indira Varma. She's
The
been,
spy.
Yeah, the one from Game of Thrones.
she was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
She was in Doctor Who. She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Oh, the girl from Rome.
Yeah, her character's good.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Half naked all the time on Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
You
her.
want to see her?
Well, that's the whole
want to see
show.
her half naked in something? Watch a movie called Karma Sutra.
Mhm.
But
We write that
Can
down.
you write that down real quick?
I would hope people don't have
she
clothes
was
on
on
in a movie
Rome.
called that.
She was naked in Rome. Watch that on HBO. I promise. She was in there.
but
I'm checking that out. HBO Max is going to get fired up.
Exactly.
Oh, Rome was the heat.
Okay,
I
so-
loved Rome.
You know what episode that was? I'll look it up right now.
I can't remember exactly, but the whole show is worth it.
what was it? Oh, and oh my god, Little Ice Cube. What?
O'Shea Jackson.
Little Ice Cube.
Yeah, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Little Ice Cube was in it too.
Yeah, I liked it. Okay. I liked the second time he was on screen. The first time he was on screen when he was like,
Whiny.
he overacted that whole, he overacted that whole scene. And I was like, and then I didn't realize it was him until I was watching the episode and I saw your post on the feed. And then I saw him again. I was like, yep, that's cute. That's cute.
Your father should be ashamed.
I saw,
Right?
I knew it was him, but he was like, no. Then all of a sudden, yeah, I'll do it. It was like, there was no transition. He was a solid no for like 5 minutes. No.
You were wishy-washy as hell.
You just wanted John Witherspoon to pop out the back.
He just wanted somebody to
Handle
beg. That's all.
these.
Just wanted somebody to beg for him. Just beg. Quit whining, boy.
You live to fight another day. Oh man. All right. Moving on. Let's kind of steer into something kind of weird and screwed up. We talked about this cat a couple weeks ago. Ezra Miller's back in the news. And apparently, I think the report said that a family is charging him because what state was he in? North Dakota or Wyoming or something like that? And he was flying this girl out when she was a teenager, getting her high, taking her different places, and now she's
Brainwashing her.
now she's 18 and the family's pressing charges. And like this was 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's disgusting what he did.
Where the hell were they 2 or 3 years ago?
Right?
Cashing the checks that he wrote them to take their daughter to New York.
Mhm.
That's my opinion. I may be completely wrong, but hell. Oh, that poor cat, man. That's all I got to say. Anybody want to talk about Ezra? Because he's just a weird dude, man.
Yeah.
Needs
Don't
help.
want to talk about him at all.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm past that.
He's acting like he's a
I'll
super
pass.
celebrity
You
already.
need help now.
All these celebrities are just weirdos.
Yeah, but he's acting like he's been in the game for a long time. He's acting like he's a super celebrity. Like he could do some shit.
Right?
And nobody
We're
knows who
not
he is.
Kennedy.
You know,
Yeah, you ain't got that flex. You're not a Kardashian.
outside of getting in trouble, nobody can name him in a damn anything. He's just calm down, Junior. You just relax.
Yep. He's like all these rappers now. You keep getting these. I keep on my feed. You'll see little something got shot and killed in
Like,
Florida.
who?
I was like, who is this cat?
Right,
You know, it's like,
exactly.
It's like Ezra Miller, who? But yeah, no more Flash for him. Moving forward, this is going to be a fun one. Miss Marvel dropped this week, and this is, a really good show. I liked it. It's fun. It was light. It's what I expected, plus a little bit more. Um, I honestly love the graphics in the whole thing. It was a graphic designer's wet dream because of all the stuff that was going on in the background. Um, I like the actress; she was fun, and the exposure to a Pakistani family in the mainstream, pretty important. Really good story. Her wannabe boyfriend was really cool kid, and I don't know. I don't want them to let me down because they're notorious for putting out that really good first hit, and then the next two will be just absolute dumpster juice. So hopefully they'll hold the road on this one.
What was up with that kid trying to sell the dad his own version of Google Home?
Did you see it wrapped in a cardboard tube with the
Yeah,
wires poking out?
it functions pretty much the same. You just have to say
Right.
something different, and it's programmed for their language. That's about
Then
it.
it quit working. Yeah, it was pretty. It's like a Stark Jr. I don't know. And I don't. Apparently all this takes place. Duh! If you didn't pay attention, all of this takes place post snap, so it's like 2026, 2027 when all this takes place. So, in
And
case you were
apparently,
wondering.
the entire fight is public knowledge now, since she
Yeah,
basically recapped Endgame.
yeah, yep. Whole debrief. Tasha, I want to go to you first on this one because
Oh, wow.
I just want to.
2 in a row. 2 weeks in a row I go first. That's weird. um like you mentioned, I did enjoy it, and the stuff that was happening in the background with animation of graffiti on the walls moving, and even the neon lights reflecting their message conversations back and forth, that was really fun to watch. um I really enjoy watching this actress portray Kamala. She's doing a very good job so far. She's very bubbly. She really comes off like an Avengers fan. And the Avengers con itself, I thought that was pretty cool. They had so many different things timeline wise from the movies between um Giant Man. There was a big statue of Ant-Man to represent Giant Man. There was a caricature of Captain America that was talking about America's ass. That was pretty funny. And then they had a mural with Black Widow and Iron Man, saying thank you for your service. So that
Yeah,
was
that was
sad. But
sweet.
so I liked seeing all those different components for the very first Avenger Con. It kind of made me wish there was a pop-up one that would tour around the United States so we could witness stuff like that.
I like that.
I'm hoping that, like you said, that the next few episodes hold up. And let me hold on, let me dial it back a little bit. The part with her bangle, and it reflects her power. What exactly, like, is it truly a projection, or is it some kind of shield thing that morphs into a hand, like Green Lantern style? I don't know, but did anybody try to?
It's it,
It looks like a
it
hard
looks
light
like
projection for sure.
Yeah.
it looks like a cross of two objects or one depending on where you're reading it. The quantum bands from
Quasar.
Quasar, they do the exact same things that Green Lantern does, but you don't have to recharge them. But I'm just gonna jump right in. When she kind of like vanished for a second, it made me think of the nega bands that uh,
Captain Marvel.
the original Captain Marvel
Mm-hmm.
had.
Marvel.
So like it
Mm.
might be some mixture of the two, but there is like some precedent for like a shape shift, a shape creating type apparatus like that, and it's the quantum bands, and it's like I like Quasar, uh, but I'll wait my turn. Go ahead, Tash.
Oh no, you're fine.
I
The
thought that you were
only
going to run with
Yeah,
it, but
you already
No,
talking.
I like
the last thing I'll say is just I want to know if we've seen in the post-credit scene those two scientists before, they're looking for people with meta powers, but have we had any hints of why? Nope. Okay, then that's all for
No,
me. Yeah.
they said that it was a reveal from like a spoiler for Hawkeye or something like that, but I don't get the connection. But they said it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Quincy,
know.
go ahead, my man. Yeah, I know you were looking up, down, forward, maybe sideways for this. So
No, it was cute. The kids, I had them out and they had their juice boxes and their animal crackers, and they watched the show and everything. And I was watching it, and it was cute. Kids enjoyed it. I only perked up when she kind of vanished and came back, and it's okay. I have no high expectations for this right now. I hope to be proven wrong, but it was cute. Kids liked it.
juice boxes
That's
and
all I
all.
got. Yeah, animal crackers, all that.
Shit.
It looked good though. Like it did look good as visually, and like I got no problems with the actors involved and everything. It just, you know.
They're not on your level. I understand completely.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't know. It's funny because and I don't want to jump ahead. It's like I'm watching this and then I go to the boys.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's a chasm there, and it's like,
yeah.
hey, it's cool.
It's a
We'll
Grand
see.
Canyon of difference.
Yeah,
Oh, Rob, did you check it out?
Yeah, I did. Refreshing
Yeah.
to see people who look like teenagers playing teenagers.
Yeah.
That's nice. But yeah, the Scott Pilgrim-esque characters and interactions with the background were fun. You can tell the tone definitely is made for a much younger audience. There's a lot of quick cuts and a lot of stuff bouncing around. It could be hard to follow. I can see.
Outrage.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a little meandering getting there. But this is also a kid that's acting like a teenager. She's stuck in her own little world, and she's not concerned about the things that their parents are concerned about. Like getting her driver's license and not worrying about going out. Didn't want to dress like the Hulk or Hulk Jr.
Oh man.
So, are they? I guess they're kind of implying that this bangle is from her grandmother.
Yeah, because it was in a box.
Yeah.
But I know they're changing her powers to not reflect the Mr. Fantastic-esque stuff from the comics, but I'm wondering what that bangle is going to be
I'm
traced
eager
back
to get the backstory. I'm eager to get the backstory on that band because moms knew out of the box that it was, that's junk. She just didn't want it to have anything to do with it. So I think it has ties. I think something's happened in the past, and it'll reveal itself.
The powers looked cool, though. I know she doesn't have a grasp of it, but the what she was able to project just looked like a surface of rippled glass.
Yeah,
it's interesting. I look forward to see how she refines it, turns it into something. It's going to look like Green Lantern, no matter way. My brain's not going to be able to not see that, but it looks cool. I like the effect.
Yeah, they couldn't do the Mr. Fantastic stretchy stuff, so they had to do the Sue Storm, glass bubbles and stuff like that. They had to do something. Man, Jay, did you check it out? Anybody else?
Old man technology.
So I saw it.
Okay,
Megan.
Go ahead, Megan.
Well, I watched it. I really liked it. It reminded the animated stuff in the background reminded me of the credits of the Tom Holland Spider-Man. So it has a lot of that youthful appeal to it. Again, those kids look like they were in high school. These kids look like they were in high school. It was just cute. I liked I like Kamala Khan. I really like her. I mean, if you've seen any pictures of her cosplaying as Ms. Marvel before she got the role, so she just looks so excited to just be there. So and but
this is her first acting role. Out of the gate, this is the first one. I was like, wow, that's home run.
Awesome.
Insta checks.
So
can't complain about that. It reminded me of a live action into the Spider-Verse type of
Yeah.
deal with all the stuff going on in the background. So I thought it was really, really tight. Really tight. Mike, did you get to check it out?
I
Did
did.
you give us your
I
time?
did watch it. What'd you say? At what time? Yeah, I got it.
That's it? Did you give us your time?
Yeah, I watched that. I was gonna watch it. The hell?
Yep.
That crazy ghost man. It took a while to get to where it was going. I caught the like Quincy said. I caught the quasar nega. What's it called? Quasar band, quantum band from the beginning.
Nega bands.
I think
Yeah.
I caught that from the beginning. That's where they're going with it.
There's only one though, which is really weird.
Right, because he had two. He had two of them.
They're like gauntlets. Yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was. It took too long to get to where it was going. By that time, I missed all the things that Tash was saying. I missed the whole America's ass. I missed all the things of the con. I almost had checked out until it got to the end, and when it got there, it was over. So I'm interested for the next episode to see where it goes. Now the thing about the powers is it to avoid the Mr. Fantastic thing, or do they not have rights to the Inhumans?
No, it was just I think I was just poking fun.
But I've heard that before.
I don't know what
I've heard
it
people
was.
say it before there to not to
Yeah.
confuse Mr. Fantastic. But I haven't heard any mention of Inhumans at all in the MCU. Is that just a like, ABC TV thing, or what's going on with that?
There was an appearance by one in Doctor Strange for a grand 30 seconds after his brains got blown out.
Really?
Yeah. 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 Yo. But yeah, I don't know. Jay, you back on? You're back off. We had you for a second. All of a sudden, you
He's
played with
muted.
that mic.
Muting.
and went
He's
away.
muted.
You're muted.
Call your son to help you out.
The
Son, can you
2-year-old?
help?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Can
we
you
got
help your old man with this technology?
Come on, Pop Pop. We got you.
Can't just to work. What do you call this? A typewriter? What is this?
Oh man! All right. Did you check it out? You check it? Oh, Miss Marvel.
I did not
awesome.
check out Miss Marvel.
Okay.
I wasn't too interested. I'll probably check it out. It seems like you guys enjoyed it for the most part. I was just trying to
little
catch
man like
myself up on Stranger Things, so that's what I was doing.
Ooh.
So I kind of
Yeah.
left Miss Marvel out this week.
Yeah,
Good call.
buddy.
Good call.
All right. I can dig it. Oh man. All right. Well, shoot, man. Moving on. All right. Take a vote. Strange New Worlds or The Boys? Which one we want to talk about first?
I watched Strange New Worlds. I didn't watch The Boys.
I haven't watched either one, so have fun.
I think I'm
Alright.
an episode behind on Strange New Worlds.
Okay. All right. Well. Oh,
I don't watch
gosh.
either
I'm
All
not
one,
caught
so
up on the
that's balls in your
I'm not
court.
caught up on the boys either.
right. The Boys it is. So, all right. Episode, what was this? This
3.
4.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm
they
real
dropped
far
four.
behind there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me turn you guys off for a second.
Don't do that again.
Yeah,
Get your
you'd be
boy back
lost,
in there to
yeah,
hook you
don't.
back up. Episode 4 of The Boys dropped this morning. And it's the show is amazing, honestly. It's just way off. It's so far off the rails that it's pretty good. Homelander is an absolute next level butthole. He is. I mean, not like the butthole from episode 1. That wasn't a butthole.
Yeah,
that was a pee-pee hole.
Yeah.
It's not a Thor cake.
Not a Thor cake.
Oh Lord.
but it's the story's developing. Mike said he read the books. I'm familiar with the characters. I never read any of the books, so all this story is new to me. But it's still on par with being very, not really super raunchy, but just really adult about things. The amount of dildos shown this episode was disturbing. Yeah, Megan, like watch the episode. It's pretty strange.
Dildo-tastic?
Yeah. Branded dildos at that, which is I've never said that word this many times in my whole life.
Dildo or branded dildo?
Yes, both. Both. Quincy, did you get to check it out?
Yeah, I watched it a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
It's a great episode. This show is doing a good job of it's like escalating every year. every season, and Homelander's making
Starlight.
his power moves really.
Yeah.
Like he's almost operating with no supervision at this point. He's making all the moves and eliminating people within the company um, that are getting in his way, and that's kind of scary. That
Mm-hmm.
after all these seasons, as frightening as he's been, like he's been working with the leash. Like the leash is gone, and I have to say, like Carl, was it Urban? How you say his
Yeah,
last name?
Urban.
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 Like he's great on this show. Like as far as like all time, like casting in TV or movie superhero shows, like he's up there. Like consistently good. These uh these early episodes in the last 3 seasons. Like I was glad to see the show back, and they got renewed for season 4
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
already. So like I'm happy with the show. You never know what's gonna happen.
Uh-uh.
Um, so
Mm-hmm.
like it's going strong right now.
Yeah, his biggest flex was whenever he was in the office and he told, who was it? He was in a conversation with somebody. He was like, "All right, go ahead and do it," and then I'll just get mad and destroy everything. He says,
Yeah,
"Either way, I win." He's like,
Jesus.
"Nobody can kill me, and so I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do." And I was like, "Golly, he's off the chain now. He's next level BS." So, Rob, did you check out The Boys? Just no.
Not
All
yet,
right,
but
cool.
I definitely I've watched the other 2 seasons. I love them. I'm just need to get that time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely check it out. It's he's just amazing. I mean, he's like Quincy said, he's without limits now. No guardians, no
yeah.
nothing,
Mhm.
and nobody can stop him. I honestly thought for the longest time that the director had like one of those Amanda Waller chips in his head,
Hmm.
but I guess he doesn't. So now he's just having free reign, and you got head popper girl, and the Asian chick is blown. Let's see if she recovers. Who knows? I think Frenchie's old boss, the Russian chick, she's weird, but she's fun. She's like she's Quincy's type. She's mean.
Yeah, she's a mean woman. I was like, listen, I'll make her help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness, you're so strange, my man. Speaking of strange new worlds, brand new episode came out this week, and this show is really really good.
Yeah.
Um, I really dug this episode. There were a lot of points to where you start to be like, man, this is like pushing, the limits. And Star Trek does that. And I'm not going to quote Rob because I don't remember exactly what he said, so I'm just going to let him say it. But I love the episode. The characters are really really cool. Uhura is starting to come out of her little character show, and I think that's amazing. The chief of security, Noonan Singh, and I got her name right, Rob, just for you. She started to grow on me a little bit. Her character's starting to grow on me. So, and Pike looked a little old this episode, but his hair was a little bit flatter. But he did look a little bit older in this episode. I think the makeup crew took a day off, but overall, great episode, man. Great episode. Uh, Rob, our Star Trek buddy, man.
Yeah, this is one of those episodes that reminds you that Star Trek has always been a political show ever since the 60s when they were protesting Vietnam and social injustice, and this one's no different. Um, I think the main theme of this one would probably be the um, disparages and like wages and social statuses. Um, think of a culture similar to what has been popularized by like the Mayans and their sacrifices to their gods. What if that were to proceed into the high future, except for they know that sacrificing a child actually is going to do something, and it's going to make sure their society doesn't crumble, whereas they made a point in the show that a lot of other societies, they're aware of the disparages and the poor and the starving, and we all just turn a blind eye, whereas theirs don't. So that's kind of how they they justify the morality of it. But it does brings up a lot of really good points about it, and it's pretty brutal about it too. I think the the whole child sacrificing thing wasn't even that big of a deal in my mind because it was just their society. You know, one of the things in this show is showing how Starfleet deals with other cultures that they don't understand, and this is no exception of this one. But the fact that they have absurdly advanced medical technology that they won't share, that's the thing that kind of got me.
Yeah, that bubble culture.
Yeah,
and you know the kid battery. That's all it was. He was a kid battery,
and they had no problem showing the spent battery either. It was like, oh god.
It's like we need to sacrifice a kid every so often because that's what makes our society run. It's like,
we don't know how it works. We just found this battery and we just started plugging kids into it. And I guess it works.
It's like, and the whole thing was our ancestors did it, so we're going to continue to do it. Okay, understood. But with all, like Rob said, all this advanced technology, you guys can figure out an alternate power source. You can cure every disease in the known universe, but you can't find another power source except for plugging kids up to this. All those extension cords running through that whole daggone place. You got to plug a kid into it.
And it's not just that, but they live in floating cities above a planet of lava and acid, and they have interstellar travel. Go to another goddamn planet.
It's so true. It's 100% true. But you know, Pike lived up to the captain title, and of course he was in the sheets with some chick he was already in the sheets with.
What is he, Riker now? Like he's sleeping with everyone in the galaxy. My God! First episode, it was what it was, the girl from Winona,
the other captain,
Earp, and this episode it was the girl from what was it?
The Librarians.
The Librarians, yeah.
Yeah, where Rebecca Romaine is also from.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Keep it in your pants.
You know what? But Pike knows that once he gets beamed back up, whatever he caught on his pee-pee is going to get sucked out through the buffer. So it's like he's good with it.
To Pike's point, he's got established relationships with these people. He's not just any random green tail that he comes across, you know.
Oh yeah. There's certain diplomatic motivations behind his pant dropping. No.
We're gonna have to mark this episode.
He knows he's gonna die in 10 years anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Get as much tail as you can while you can.
Hey, you're on your 5-year mission. What do you do?
Everyone, apparently.
Everyone. They've all been humanoid so far.
Yeah.
So, you know, he hasn't pulled a Peter Quill and dated a girl with rows of teeth yet.
The Gorn episode is coming, though.
Don't do that to him. Oh man. All right. So, Young Justice time. What do you say, Tash? You happy?
I am, but I'm also sad.
Yeah.
Because it was the finale. So we got episode 26, and we are basically kind of concluding the Zod as the villain of the season. I say kind of because some got away and some perished. So before I get into that, we're going to go to the first bit of the episode and talk about basically what Quincy guessed on last week's podcast recording, that Nightwing is not dead. He slowed his heart rate, and I'm sitting here thinking, really? I feel like I feel like this might have happened before in Young Justice in season 1 or 2 or something, but I don't remember. But I'm like, really? You cut your own forehead.
That's what I was saying last week. Yeah.
And stopped your own heart. Well, slowed it. Old Batman trick. Quincy, go ahead. Because Go ahead.
I mean, like I just laughed out loud. Really, like I mean, like you know, that was a I mean, I wasn't surprised. I mean, I knew it was gonna be something like that. Like I've read about him doing stuff like this before, and I told you last week. Like I'm not really like risk sounding like a Batman hater here, but like that's gonna be something silly like that. And
Batman
it's like,
has the most ridiculous redundancies.
right, like it's like okay, like it's cool, but it's like he wasn't gonna be dead. Like
I I knew,
nobody
but
went over there and checked him. They just like they listened with their powers that they just got like 2 minutes ago, and they were, oh, he's dead. Like, and they moved on.
well, it was Ma'ala Fa'ak who checked the heart rate because they're
Was it?
yeah, he checked because the people from the Phantom Zone, they weren't fully charged yet with solar energy, so I don't think they had super hearing just yet. Um,
They were in the cells for a couple minutes. They
yeah,
survived the explosion. They had a little bit, but
yeah,
I
not a
get there.
lot.
I see your point.
Um,
Yeah,
I will say that I know that they basically had to wrap it up quick this episode because it was a finale, but I didn't like how the first 5 minutes were between Nightwing and Miss Martian, just basically going over how they got to the Phantom Zone, how they knew about Connor. Oh, I slowed my heart rate. Moving on. Oh, we got Bioship to, you know, get us to this planet. Moving on.
they
Like,
caught all the breaks. Yeah,
it was,
they caught all the breaks last episode.
yeah, I didn't, I personally didn't care for
Sounds
that too
sloppy.
much.
I,
Go ahead.
it, it was just perfect timing with everything. Like the show, I thought it was good the way it ended. It was a fight at the end. Really the highlight of the show was what happened after the fighting was
Hmm.
over. The show's really outgrowing the Young Justice title. Like it's really like it's turned into the DC universe. Like they're like all over. Um, a whole season still don't know what Darkseid's plan was. What was
Yeah,
the whole purpose of him even allowing that to happen? You know, he has his. We're going to see the Furies next. He's going to make a move because he has the Furies now. And spoiler if you haven't watched the last episode, he found Supergirl in the Phantom Zone, and Matthew. I'm drawing a blank on the last name. I was talking to him on the page, and he sees similarities with the Batman, Superman, Apocalypse storyline. They might do something like that next season if there is one. They better be
there
one.
better be one.
But yeah, there's a lot of loose ends, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's kind of how these seasons end for Young Justice. But it was just overall, it was a good season. It was a really good season. It just had a lot of good luck uh, this last episode, and they were able to clean everything up. And what was it? Was it 45 minutes, 30 minutes? It wasn't a super long episode.
No, it was their
I feel like 45
normal, I
minutes.
thought it was their normal 25-minute episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that
Yeah.
that first 3 minutes or so between Nightwing and Miss Martian going over what happened between the two teams trying to access the Phantom Zone, and they were basically debriefing. Oh, what
hmm
happened to Rocket? She didn't make it. Oh, Rocket's alive. Moving on.
Here I am.
Yep.
Yeah, here I am. Yeah, she just popped up.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
um, to cleanly explain what happened in this episode is that we got Nightwing's team and Miss Martian's team back in Metropolis, and they fought against Lorzod, Druzod, and the Emerald Empress to basically, stop them from wreaking havoc on the city before the sun comes up. It's still the middle of the night, and they still have a chance to win the fight because they're not recharged by the yellow sun yet. So their plan which it worked for a brief moment, is they got the father box, um, the kid Danny that was in that box where the Green Lanterns were observing in that one episode. Q, do you remember what they actually called that thing? I know it's not a mother or a father
I,
box, but it's some kind of new god tech.
I, f- I forgot what they called it, but
Yeah.
I
So
knew the name of 2 weeks ago. But yeah,
they used that to open up a boom tube back to the Phantom Zone, and they basically knocked all the Kryptonians that had escaped back in there. To it was one of the only ways to hold on. I'm losing my train of thought. So the I'm so sorry, guys.
Thor cakes.
No, no. Druzod, he got knocked back into the Phantom Zone. Lorzod, he ended up dying. And so if we remember from episode 4 or 5, when we thought Superboy got disintegrated in the lava, and we saw the shadow of Ash against the wall, that's actually Lorzod from the future coming back to that past time and getting disintegrated. And I had to applaud that because I was wondering the whole time, what is this figure that we are shown that we thought was Connor basically remains. So
yeah. Metron has set him up for what he did on New Genesis.
I thought that was brilliant in my opinion.
Eh,
Um, and then Emerald Empress and someone else is stuck in this timeline because she got away. The eyeball took her away,
Mm-hmm.
so she's stuck in the 21st century. But who else got stuck? I thought there were 2 people that got stuck.
No, sh- no, because the son was he fell into Metron's trap.
Yeah.
She flew off. I thought she went to a planet. The name is for escaping me
Oh,
right now.
uh,
And
it wasn't Durla, was it? Because that's where Ma'alafa'ak went to restart a new Mars with his race.
right, that's what he was. That was his prize for helping, and he was given a planet. And yeah, that's where they left him. I forgot who took him here. One of Darkseid's people, but
Yeah.
that was his prize for helping out.
And then the very, very end, we finally got the wedding between McGann and Connor, and it was so cute. I thought it was a very nice way to wrap up the season. And the episode is just on a happier note. You know, all of their friends and family gathered for
Hmm.
the ceremony. It was very, very beautiful. So it with that, it didn't leave too much of a cliffhanger that I'm okay with the show ending at this point. That post credit scene that Quincy was talking about, where we were on Apocalypse, we saw Dark Side, and he had not only Supergirl, which threw me off. I wasn't expecting that, but we also had Mary. Now they called her Black Mary, Dark Mary, something like that,
Something along
something
those
along
lines.
those lines, where Zatanna's apprentice Mary, she when she was at
Hmm.
the mid-season finale listening to Granny Goodness and embraced the power of Shazam, she now is teaming up with Darkseid, and that leads to the team that Quincy was talking about. It was the Furies, you said?
The Furies,
Female
yeah,
Furious, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
that was something that happened to Mary during 52, where she
Okay.
just got all evil and followed Darkseid's realm. Yeah,
Yeah, so that looks like it will be the subject of next season, but we haven't gotten any announcements confirming a season 5 yet, but hopefully we will.
Kaiser Thrall, Tash. That's what it was called.
Thank you.
Kaiser Soze?
Kaiser Thorl. Okay, thank you.
There's no Kaiser Soze.
Well, you're welcome.
Young Justice. See, now I'm gonna just binge the whole thing.
Yes, do.
Happens.
It was good, and applause to the team that works on this show. It's so good. Animation still holds up. You still connect with all of these different characters, and just you get emotionally invested. You do. Oh,
Okay.
and for those who are curious, Beast Boy is doing better. He met up with Perdita, but they are not getting back together. She moved on, so he has to move on now too, according to her.
She's
In
dating
case
somebody that
anybody wanted a
showers.
Beast Boy
So
relationship update.
yeah.
Well, is that and Brainiac came from the future to get the Legionnaires that were
Yes,
stranded.
thank you.
So like,
That's what it was. Yep.
hopefully they
The good Brainiac, not the evil one.
yeah, the good Brainiac, yeah. Uh, so hopefully like we can see the Legionnaires again too in the future. There was something else I wanted to mention. I forgot. Oh well.
Eh.
You'll
Eh.
remember as soon as we hit stop recording.
So, as soon as we start talking about Dark Crisis, which is what we're gonna go into now, man. Dark Crisis comic number 1 dropped this past week, 2 days ago. Really good read. Like I was saying earlier, being a person that has slowed down, not really put down, but slowed down reading a bunch of DC comics. I picked this one up, and I wasn't too lost. Really good story. They're gonna make John Kent an absolute monster, even though he heard the word no 15 times, and nobody wants to join his little band of misfits to save the world. So, overall, a great comic. It's a great start. Taking the words out of Quincy's mouth is a very good start. So, what do you think about the comic, Q?
It's like this isn't a bad thing, but it's just when crises happen and heroes are missing, like that's what happens. Like the DC, like it goes to hell, and everyone's attacking right now. They're stretched out. Like it was a good start. Justice League. I'm an Avengers guy from a Justice League guy, but the key difference between the teams is Justice League is more family. Like everybody from top to bottom pretty much knows each other's identities to the point where like they call each other by their first names, like they know each other's kids and all that other stuff. Uh, John picking up um, where his dad kind of left off. That's what happens during these things. The generational heroes, they come up to the front, and it was good to see. Some characters are still were new to me, um, but it was good. The ending page, I won't spoil it for people who haven't read it yet, but um, it kind of sets the tone about where this is going. I was a little surprised at the end. Most people aren't surprised. I wasn't too surprised myself, but um, it's pretty good. I can't wait to see how this goes. Um, Dark Crisis is supposed to explain the other crises to a degree. If you haven't already, anyone listening, like Justice League Incarnate kind of leads into this, and then you jump into Justice League 75, I want to say, and then into this. And
Yeah.
hopefully it'll help make things a little easier to digest in that first issue.
Yeah. Mike, you checked it out too?
I did. Again, like you, Lou, I put down a lot of DC books. I think I was only reading Robin, and I'm 6 issues behind on that. And the Son of Kal-El. So I didn't know what was going on, but it was still kind of easy to follow. I enjoyed it. The art was good. Again, some BlackAdam showed up. Anytime he shows up, I like it. Uh, I enjoyed him talking junk to John Kent, but like I say, I love BlackAdam. But I want to see where it goes. I'm coming in almost as a complete new guy because I don't know anything that Quincy was talking about. I'm just here for the story and just enjoy it. But while we're talking about comics, there is a post on Wednesdays in the group.
Yeah. Tell them, preach it.
There is the win that we could do these things there too. Some of y'all ain't showed up in a while. I want to point that out. But it was it's a good start.
Yeah, agreed. I think we're the only three on the panel that read it. So I know Jay's got a stack of comics that he's still waiting to read.
Oh yeah, me
too. Yeah, I've put down a lot of my superhero books for at least a little bit.
Yeah. Strictly Star Wars now. What you said?
90%.
Yeah,
at least for me, a lot of the storytelling is starting to meander a little bit.
They got that new Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like no.
Female.
I'm gonna check out for that
pink
one.
Thor cakes.
Oh, man. All right.
Those Thor cakes.
You
actually gave me some really interesting baking ideas.
I feel like you got an advertisement deal between last episode and this one. You get $1
every time you say it.
Every time you mention it. Yeah, like I feel like that's what's going on right now.
Man.
And you getting paid?
You're in design. Go ahead and go do a mock-up, man.
Don't knock the hustle.
Go ahead, say it one more time.
Include us though. Let us get down. I got bills.
Don't forget to pick up your Thor cakes.
I got bills too. Yeah, Thor cakes.
Oh, shit.
A creamy center to satisfy any hunger.
Whoa.
He put the bass on.
Lemon
He put the bass on
blueberry.
that one. Pop
We
up.
are rated E for explicit this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Creamy blueberries.
Mm.
That might look like hemorrhoids though.
Like I can imagine like a
do you know how to get the
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So no, in my head I've already got a truffle. It's with freeze-dried blueberries, lemon Oreos with a white chocolate exterior.
God. See, I started something. I'm
gonna find it on Etsy.
Right.
On Megan's Etsy shop. And how do you open the package? You flick.
Don't flick it too hard though.
Don't flick it too hard.
Use your hammer. Use your hammer.
Use your hammer. Sweet Mary, let's put this train back on the tracks.
What tracks?
Summer Game Fest. We're in the dirt.
We've been off the tracks for a while.
It's like me and Mike in the country, just off-roading.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Great news from Summer Games Fest. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredders Revenge comes out next week. And the release date just dropped yesterday or today. Can't remember which one it was. What days run together? I think it was today. But 7-player online co-op. The scroll, what was it? Scroll and brawls. Is that what they call it?
Fight and go
Fight
right.
to the right.
Fight and go right. $25. It drops next week on the 16th. And this has been, shout out to Terrence because this is like Terrence has been like looking forward to this, and he's by proxy. I am looking forward to it because it looks like it's a blast. Now you can have 7 people. You can have the 4 turtles. What is it? Casey Jones,
April O'Neil,
Splinter, and Splinter. That's a lot of people on screen. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun.
What system is it for?
25. PlayStation 4, 5, PC, and Xbox and Switch. So all of them.
Oh wow,
your system.
Yeah.
Say what, Q?
So.
Say your system.
Yeah, I got a PS4. I can play.
So I think we're gonna put together a admin crew to just go and wreck shop.
Yeah.
So
you guys better not slouch.
Fight, like you said, fight and go right, man.
Right.
Yeah. When I was in Philadelphia, me and Terrence beat the old Turtles in Time game.
Wow. How many quarters did you spend on that?
How much did that
like
cost?
$20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a coin gobbler for sure.
What did we play? We beat X-Men.
We beat X-Men, yeah.
It's a rip-off. Those games were rip-offs.
Quincy, who did you play with on X-Men? Who was your character? Cyclops? Yeah, it was. Don't lie.
I got stuck with Dazzler.
I'm Colossus all day.
Yeah, Colossus is the best one.
Cyclops, man.
Dazzler.
Wow.
Yeah, the other ones were taken because I had to get over on the far corner and play Dazzler.
Yeah, because that game is basically Children of the Atom. So it's just that one little episode. That's all.
You got the chump corner, like over here. But you had room on one side or the other. You didn't have to bump elbows with those guys.
No, Pride of the X Men. That's what it is. Basically, Pride of the X Men. That
Yeah.
game.
One of those was based off the other, right? I don't know if the game was based off the cartoon or the
I
cartoon
think
was
the game
based
was
off
based
the
on the
game.
cartoon. I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think the cartoon
Cartoon
came
came
first.
first.
I wish they released those on current gen consoles. I mean, even PS4, PS5, all those games, man. But they put them on stand-ups and made a boatload of money.
Yeah, you can
So,
connect like 8 PlayStation 5 controllers. You can get
Yeah.
every character playing in X-Men if you have all the people.
yeah, I can't wait to get this game because once I get it, me and my 7-year-old can actually play a game together that he's not gonna destroy. So or ruin my stats. So I'm not worried about it. It'll be a fresh boot every time. Horizon Forbidden West is reportedly getting a TV show on Netflix, but the timeline is not what we think. The timeline is going to be like right as the world starts to go crazy. So,
Yeah,
and
right before the Pharaoh Plague. It's
Yeah.
2074, I believe.
Yeah. Like I told you guys before, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it'd be good story building. But I think that it's not gonna be it's gonna be a good story, but I'm looking more forward to the robots and stuff. But that's just me. That was a great dance, Jay.
Was
You
that
must
a
have taught him
dancing
that.
kid in the background? What is that?
He came in to check on Pop's
He
Wi-Fi,
was,
making sure he was good to go
I
see.
know, right? He's trying to make sure my old computer could work. It's like
I was a
now,
little.
Father, do you have it turned on? Is the power supply on?
He's running tech support.
Right.
Clear your cookies and reboot.
Right.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I was a little hesitant about the time period that they specified on in the article too, but after the second game, going through that, there's a lot of story there with the space travel and
Oh.
it was just a whole lot because I'm not even sure. I feel like no one really knows what happened, how it got to that point. Like I
Yeah.
would like to hear about the the programs, all. It's just a lot to fill in there. Like of course, I would have liked to have seen the robots, but the second Horizon Zero Dawn, all those recordings that we pick up, I would like to have a movie to explain that because I didn't listen to all of them.
You can go on
And
YouTube and watch all that.
yeah, I mean, if they're gonna do the show, then I'll just watch the show.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I'll be there for it.
No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be there for it too. Sure,
I've listened to all of that, and I think there is plenty there to make a story, especially if they start before the collapse, because there's a lot leading up to it, especially with I want to say there was a war that happened even before like robots came up, and then the tech giants came and fixed famine and disease and everything that with their robots, and then it just kind of evolved. There's a lot there.
A lot came out in the second one. Again, if they would have announced this after the first one, like, while there was some information and some things that I would have liked to have known after some of the stuff that she uncovered in the second
Mm-hmm.
game, like I'd be down with that. I'd be down
Okay.
with that.
You see, now you're changing my mind about the whole thing because I was kind of hesitant, but now that you mentioned all that, it makes sense.
Yeah.
There's some good story there. You are correct, sir. So I'm not going to retract my statement. I'm just going to agree with you.
No, I mean I was where you were. Like I want you want to see the robots. You want to see like the game. Like the game is beautiful. The current timeline in the game is in a um if they would have like followed it after the conclusion of the second game, that would have been good too. Like she's got like a little crew there, and they've established bases, and like I would have watched that too. I would have, to be honest, I would have wanted to watch that first, but
You can
I'll
come
watch
back,
the
Tosh.
other
He's
part.
not spoiling nothing for you, hon. You can come back.
and then
Okay.
Batman saved them all in Horizon.
Batman.
I'm just making sure. I think I'm close to the end of the game, so I was like, please don't say anything now.
And do you
Then
know how Batman?
Godzilla showed up out of the ocean.
I thought you already ended the game, Tash.
No, that was Quincy who announced he beat it. I'm
No, of course she's not finished now because she's doing all the side quests
sure I
To
am.
now
avoid it.
because
Sure I am.
yeah, like she can take her time.
Don't be mad. I'm not
Hey,
mad.
Was
At
it
you.
the
look.
first
Still
one you
finish the
beat
game.
and got the 50 multi-plus bucks?
Yeah, yeah.
The first one she beat in record
Okay,
time.
that's what it was. All right, got it.
Because
Speed run.
I had to beat it before the second one came out. Now I can take my time.
Got it. I'm
And
tracking.
yeah, quick
Yeah, it
update
all
on
comes
that.
out.
I finally got the override for one of the machines that it was a big deal. I'm not for those who still don't know, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but I can traverse
It's that
farther.
you can say it. Like
Oh
the game came out
yeah.
in February. It's June. Go ahead.
No, because I wouldn't want
The
anything spoiled
bird,
for me. Yes. The
By the
bird.
time I get to play it,
the
I'll be
bird.
forgot it, so it's okay.
I finally got that override and I'm going back to do the quests that requires that and then I'll move
The
forward. But
tall neck
story
quest.
wise,
Yeah.
I'm at I have to go to I think I have to go to the base and then meet up with Tilda and Silence. Yeah. Silence was just invited to the base. So I don't know where in the story that is, if that's close to the end, but that's where I'm at.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna level cap before I even finish that game. Before I even get near it.
Yep,
I'm
that's
gonna
what I
pop
did.
50
I've
on
been
all the
at
side. I'm
50
gonna
for
pop up 50 on all side quests.
for like 5
Yeah, I was
hours
50
of
well before the
gameplay.
end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
It's
I'm gonna pop
frustrating.
50 and then I'm gonna play the game plus when I'm
Yep.
done.
The frustrating part is you even after 50 you still see how many XP you could earn and it's just not growing. I'm like, can we turn that into skill points, please? I need more of those.
Something. Man. So yeah. Freestyle time. What do we have to throw out in the universe, people?
Sandman.
Oh yes.
August
Neil
4th.
Gaiman's August 4th. I liked it. I like the look of that.
Yeah.
It after listening to the audiobook and watching it on the screen, it's like they pretty much nailed this on the head, except they kind of modernized his little cage and that whole thing going on. Besides that, it looks pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
it's supposed to take place now. So because the comic was what in the 90s.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's gonna be more
Yeah.
modern.
He was first caged up in like World War II,
Yeah,
right?
World War One. Yeah, World War One.
World War
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
But and they gender swapped a couple people, like which I mean, it's fine, whatever.
They didn't really have, and they were gender fluid
Yeah.
throughout
Oh
the
yeah.
book,
Well,
though.
I mean, like Lucifer, and like
Oh
because
yeah.
people wanted Tom Ellis, who played Lucifer on the Fox TV show, to
Which
play
is what I'm rewatching again because that show was awesome.
It was.
My wife still has that in the queue.
great.
She'll watch it before she falls asleep. But anyway, go ahead.
But so yeah, so people wanted him to play Lucifer because it's based on that was the Lucifer from the comic, was originally in Sandman, but Gwendolyn Christie will be playing Lucifer. So and then they got rid of John Constantine and it's just gonna be Joanna Constantine. So who is she is in the comic. But yeah, fun stuff.
I want to see which character from the novel was you couldn't tell if it was a
Desire.
male or Desire.
Yeah.
That's
And
the one.
Desire is actually non-binary. So like when they announced the list of characters and who's playing them, they also gave the people's pronouns, and it was they or they them. So
Okay, I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't. Netflix that. There's that whole Netflix thing. I mean, I really think that somebody else could have handled this a lot better than Netflix.
Well,
but
Joseph
it'll be good
Gordon-Levitt
anyway.
was supposed to do it. But he left in 2016 because of it was taking too long, and originally he was going to be starring in it, which I could have totally seen, but now it's like, yeah, if they needed to go darker, they needed to go, you know.
Yeah. I want to see I want to see who plays Cain and Abel. That's going to be funny to me.
Those guys are hilarious.
She's like, "Don't kill me again." But yeah, Tosh, you about to say something about Sandman?
Yeah, I no, not Sandman. It's something completely different.
Oh,
so go ahead and
go with it.
finish. Oh, you sure?
Anybody else got Sandman?
No. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm probably going to be the only one online who disagrees with this, but The Last of Us remake, I think, is completely unnecessary. And I've seen screenshots posted by IGN of different scenes from The Last of Us Part 1 remake and then The Last of Us remastered on PS4. And some scenes, I think the PS4 remaster looks better. I don't like how they basically redid the character model for Joel. He looks better in the PS4 version. Ellie looks, I guess she looks fine, but some stuff graphically and even there's a background image where I think the PS4 remaster looks better than the PS5. They could have done more with their resources than to remake a game from 9 years ago. It just looks like a remaster of the remaster, but not even a very good job of it. Like, how do you remake a game that looked graphically good already? It's not pixelated. It's not. I don't recall seeing anything wrong with it the first time. So to me, I'm just like, okay, that was just not necessary. And I don't know anybody who's going to buy it because on the PS5 you can play The Last of Us remastered as like a free upgrade to PS5 thing that they did. There's certain games you can already play. So I'm like, what's the point of this? For $70 too? Like, what is the point?
Yeah. And one of their big selling points that I read was they're going to have an online multiplayer.
No.
Why? No. Why? Joel, I mean, when they remastered Joel and he looks like Nathan Drake. That's just my opinion.
Just give me
Drake. The remastered version. Yeah, just give me Drake. He looks just like Drake. So I don't know. I'm with you. I don't need it. It's $70 that I'm not going to spend. And the online multiplayer is not a big draw for me because what's the point? Online multiplayers are trash nowadays. So
yeah, Tasha, you wasn't the only one. We was talking about that too. Like remasters are ripoffs to me. Because I know they're getting ready to come out with Spider-Man and I think Miles Morales remastered too. Like those just came out. As far as I'm concerned,
those ones that's just for PC though.
Yeah, they're throwing on PC.
And they're calling this one a remake. I'm like, but I don't understand why this one is considered a remake when it looks just the same as the original game. Like when they do the Final Fantasy game and then the remake, or Resident Evil and then the remake, there is a drastic difference. There's not a drastic difference between this Last of Us Part 1 remake and the original game, or even the remaster for PS4.
It's a money grab. It's all it is. It's a money grab, and I think that they got some new designers and they wanted something to do. They just want to give them like a couple of paint by numbers type of shit to do, and that's what they gave them as The Last of Us. And I'm not going to buy it. I mean, somebody will, but I think that when I think of The Last of Us and even The Last of Us 2, there's a certain grit to it that needs to stay there. You know, the characters look dirty all the time because they are dirty, and if you remaster it, they're going to look dirty in high def. It's going to be the same dirt. I just don't need that dirty in high def. So,
and not for $70.
Hell no.
$70.
No.
But for those who are excited, I'm not trying to take that away from you. It's just my opinion that I find that it's not really necessary if you can already play it on your PS5 through that PlayStation Plus program that they're doing with certain PS4 games that you can then play on the new gen.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is the deepest I've ever heard her voice. She meant that shit.
Right. She was saying it with her chest.
She said that with her chest for real.
Yeah. Called you out. Oh man, good. Anybody else got anything they want to throw out in the universe?
I wanted to play around with that.
Castlevania.
Yeah, go ahead, Q.
Castlevania trailer. Oh, my bad. Castlevania trailer dropped today. New show, same universe. Richter. Belmont is what I read. So that's next year. So I guess I'll have Netflix a little while longer.
Yeah, Netflix is hanging on by a thread, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's you. Like I heard that the technology that they were going to use to block the shared passwords isn't working. So, maybe I don't know. Like we'll see.
Yeah, but they're already like $16. Like they need to do something about that.
The price.
Yeah.
It's a remastered version of Netflix.
They should at least give me like the DVDs with that too.
Shit, that ain't gonna happen. Mike wanted to throw out. I think Mike wanted to talk about what was that post?
That post.
Go ahead, Quincy. Let me let you finish.
I'm sorry. One more thing. Like they're gonna like a couple months. They're gonna say for $16 we're now allowing you to share passwords across all devices. That's all I want to say. Good night.
Oh, what was that post you want to talk about, Mike?
I think it was Anthony Whitaker's post about which franchise would you get rid of. I think it was Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Marvel, MCU, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and DC.
Oh,
I just wanted to have fun with that. I wanted to see how everybody felt on that.
That's a great question. I mean, mine's pretty easy. I mean,
yeah, I don't even have to think about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones all day for me.
Game of Thrones, goodbye.
Quickly. I wouldn't even care.
That last season.
I think Game of Thrones is probably going to be out of the door because the rest of them have a whole lot more heart and story to them.
I have to get rid of Star Wars for me. And they wouldn't even be
shut up, Mike. Man, get out of here, Mike. I'm
there with you. If not just to get rid of the Star Wars fans.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob. Just to get rid of Star Wars. I'm keeping Game of Thrones. This girl flies around on dragons. I'm keeping her. I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to drive around the whole country dropping elbows on people now.
There we go.
Yeah, see, no, I Game of Thrones over Star Wars any day. There's nothing over there.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, something
that's
wrong
why the X-Men suck right now.
Because of me? Shit, how I ain't writing it.
Cyclops is wrong.
X-Men stuck.
Damn,
hate.
If you're getting rid of one, then you're losing everything associated with it. Like to me, you're just losing too much. Like Game of Thrones can go. They have books.
Books that nobody read.
But like I say,
that's like you're losing too much.
I can do without the Star Wars though. There's nothing. Any Star Wars show that I'd watch over anything else there. Nothing.
We don't need Star Wars because Dune already exists.
Rob, you're on the edge,
Rob.
Harry Potter can go.
I definitely wouldn't pick Harry Potter over Star Wars.
I could get rid of Harry Potter too.
Harry Potter is great.
Harry Potter, like you got little boys riding around on like broomsticks and stuff with little funny wands.
Yeah, Harry Potter is Star Wars, basically.
Listen, Star Wars is people running around in robes swinging wands
with badass laser swords.
Hey, did you know that the Harry Potter broom?
Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
Quit hating on man. You know the Harry Potter broom, the Nimbus 2000 or whatever it was. Why they quit selling it? The rumor is that the little girl started experimenting with that broom because it vibrated. And
see, here we go. You jumping on Jay for
you talking about my Thor cakes.
Talk about.
Hey,
look at this.
I'm just saying what the rumor is. You can find one.
Tasha's shaking her head.
Tasha's like, did you know?
I just really hope that my little sister does not listen to this episode.
Do you know what the Electric Slide song was really about?
Pause that. No. Not tonight, young man.
It's electric.
I'm
Buddy,
47
I mean-
and I still can't do that damn dance. Not one time.
Oh, my
And that
gosh.
explains why you don't like Star Wars. You ain't got no soul.
No, hell no. Star Wars ain't got no soul. Like my man
Can't
said
do
on
the electric
Mars.
slide.
What my man say on what movie was Chasing Amy that was talking about how Star Wars is just about how taking the black element out of the universe. Remember at the beginning of Chasing Amy?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
he
get
said
the
it at
black
the end.
fucker out there.
Oh,
And
my
they
black
take his
visual.
mask off. He's crusty old white.
No
dude.
white man. Yes. They saying deep inside, we wants to be white. No, that's just no, dog. No.
Preach!
Yes.
Yeah.
No, man.
And then you
no,
find out
homie.
afterwards he was like,
Mm-mm.
girl.
Exactly. That's like the best part of that whole
Oh.
movie for me. I love that.
Oh my
We
god.
won't talk about X-Men though, where the one guy with the one power to not die
Die.
Dies.
Oh,
And he was the
I
black
agree
death.
with you. We can talk about X movies all day long. Darwin was that was a ripoff. Hey,
They
God.
did Darwin dirty.
Yeah,
they did
him
do
dirty.
Darwin dirty. He knew it too when he saw it. He said somebody get killed. He was like, "This is crazy."
Because even Darwin was surprised. He was like, I should be able to take this. He was like, nah, hold on. Nope.
You know,
You couldn't. Oh, my
black guy
gosh.
don't survive. He knew that. He knew he was gone. He was gone.
He lived through most of the movie. So, he didn't hear the people whispering in his ear, "Get out." He didn't hear it. That was the Snyder cut of that movie. They cut that shit
The only
out.
thing that's saving Mike right now is that he loves Conan as much as me.
Conan is awesome. I got Savage Avengers 2 today.
Oh, man.
He's on.
But Rob, I don't know if we have that kind of connection yet. So I don't know. I might be driving up to Seattle.
Well, you won't find me there.
Oh, go ahead. He's in Vegas. You done overshot.
Oh, you're in Vegas?
No,
Get him with
Reno.
the
You ain't
whole
gonna find
state.
me either.
Nope.
So you shouldn't even said that. Now I know where to go.
Yeah, you should have.
Pop, pop.
Robin witness
I'll be
protection.
randomly driving around Seattle. Y'all know
You
where
can't-
Rob
He's just
lives.
He's just gonna elbow every redhead dude with a mustache in Seattle.
Your old ass can't use the navigation. He be all right.
Post office.
Robin safe. He be all right.
Gas too expensive now for all that.
Heck yeah.
It's $20 a gallon.
You're gonna be on the bus being like, anyone see Rob? Anyone see Rob?
Rob.
Greyhound.
Rob.
Remember, it's a felony to attack a postal worker.
That's true.
I'll wait till off hours.
Exactly. Oh, sweet Jesus, you guys are a trip.
I had actually a bunch of anime stuff I was going to bring up real quick.
Yeah, run it.
Well, real quick, Dragon Ball Super Superhero is out tomorrow in Japan, so we'll finally get some information about that one. They keep saying that might be Cell. We might have another version of Cell coming out, so that'll be interesting to see if we see that again. I think Tosh posted the Cyberpunk anime called Edge Runners that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Same studio that did Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann. Is that how you pronounce
Gurren
that?
Lagann, yeah.
Yeah,
Gurren Lagann.
the studio Trigger.
I think Studio Trigger also did an episode in Star Wars Visions, if I'm remembering correctly.
Was it the two twins?
Interesting.
It seems like that would be them. With the giant lightsaber.
I think it was. I think it was. Where they were on top of the
story in
spaceship
half.
fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that was them.
Oh,
Yeah, that one's going to be another Netflix out in September. And Berserk is going to be continuing on
Yeah.
after Kentaro Miura's passing last year. His best friend and assistant, I don't know. I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but Koichi Moira or Mori is basically what he explained is that he's the only one who knows the entire story. The Kentaro's he was pretty, kept the whole thing pretty close to his chest, and so they plan on finishing out the current chapter that they're working on, and then they have one more after it, and I think that's when they're going to close out the series. I mean, it's been going on since '89. This has to end at some point.
Right.
But yeah, that's good to see. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but I actually have the mark of the God Hand on
Oh,
my
wow.
neck.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
I
so
didn't know that.
I really love that show. I love that series. I got hooked on the original anime, that first season that they made, the 20 episodes or so, and then I ended up buying all. I have like 441 books, I believe.
Jeez.
Where they are now. Yeah, it's pretty deep.
Golly. Well, applause on that. Wow, I didn't know you had that big of a fandom for it. That's pretty cool, man.
All right.
I can dig
You're
it.
slowly creeping back up into my good graces, Rob.
I got a quick.
Now he will drive to Seattle instead of Reno.
I got a quick.
Oh, I got something that might drop me down in the good graces. Apparently, Legendary Pictures has picked up the rights for the Duke Nukem movie, made by your guys' Cobra Kai crew.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the same producer as the Assassin's Creed movie.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's bound to be successful now.
See, I didn't know how to react earlier when you said that. I didn't know if I was supposed to be happy or sad. I didn't like. Yeah, I didn't know. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that news just came out earlier today, actually.
Duke Nukem.
I never played any
Got to
of
make
those
his
games.
face change. Got to make his face change in the bottom like they did the whole time, like taking damage. Was that Duke Nukem?
Yeah.
No, that was Doom.
Was that?
Oh.
Was that Duke? Yeah.
I guess you're right. Yeah. No worries. No worries,
I
man.
got a
So the
quick
universe
question.
is. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's real quick. Streaming. Does anybody know if any of the Macross TV shows are streaming anywhere?
Nope, not a single place. YouTube is the only place you can find them.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I search for them about every 2 or 3 weeks. I'll get an urge to watch the Macross series, and I end up on YouTube.
Okay.
It's the only place I can find them
Got
for
it.
free. For free, because you can go on. I think you can go on Amazon or some of those other video on demands and buy all the shows. But I'm like you. I just want to watch them on something I'm already paying for.
You're right. Okay.
So keep an eye out though, for real. So the universe is now full of great information. Thank goodness. It was great talking to you guys. It was great for you guys listening. And Tasha, I'm so sorry that your little sister will download this and laugh uncontrollably.
Man, I'm gonna really emphasize that she cannot listen to this week. Huh?
Y'all gotta grow up sometime.
How
she's 14.
How old is she now?
14.
No.
She's already.
Oh shit! She cussing her ass off. She good. Shit.
She got the internet just like everybody else.
Secret boyfriend and everything.
Oh,
I'm sorry, little Natasha.
Oh no. Please.
See, Tash, like you're getting older.
Right.
Like you're old now.
I
So
know.
She's getting.
What were you doing at 14,
Your
Tosh?
spot.
Let's talk about that.
I would not have gotten any of these jokes, to be honest with you. I would not have.
You barely get them now, so it's like
True.
Oh, it's all right, honey. We love you.
That's it, baby.
So we got to poke at you. So, man, great episode this week, guys. Really enjoyed your time and really enjoyed everybody, click and play, click and download. We're doing well. And with all of your support, we continue to do well. So if you know anybody that wants to make Thor cakes or BlackAdam cakes, let JPat know. Don't email us, email him.
I'm gonna make an email.
But from the whole
His OnlyFans site.
His OnlyFans cooking site.
Let me get a Gmail email right now.
Don't do that.
Thorcakes@gmail.com.
Oh, sweet Jeebus.
Let me see.
Frosted Thor cakes.
Oh God.
All right. And on that note, definitely getting out of here. Definitely getting out of here, man. Great fun week. Hope you guys enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed making. So from the entire Multiverse Unlimited podcast crew, Megan, the Oracle, Mike Jones, QP the Source, Ultra Doom, Tosh, the one guy, Rob, this is cosmically reminding y'all to please be kind to everybody you meet because you have no idea what they're going through. So until next week, it's the crew signing off. Peace.
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 Night.
Bye-bye.